Good evening. We call the order the Hawarden City Council in Hawarden, Iowa on Wednesday, April the 26th, 2017 at 5:30 p.m. Those in attendance have agendas. If you wish to address the City Council this evening, opportunities will be agenda item number 1C, open business from the community, or there will be a public hearing at agenda item number 4 with a resolution. First standard agenda is approval of the April 12, 2017 City Council meeting minutes. You have those in your packet. Is there a motion for approval?
So
moved by Tim.
Second.
Seconded by John. Further questions or clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor then of the approval of the April 12th City Council meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And that passes 5-0. Next is claims for payment. Start to my left, John, for questions.
No question.
Okay, Payne, any questions for claims?
None, thank you.
Okay, Tim? Travis?
None, thank you.
Monty, questions?
So moved.
There's been a motion by Monty. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Travis for claims for payment. All in favor of claims for payment, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That again passes 5-0. Next is open business from the community. Okay, hearing none, we'll move to the mayor's report. A number of reminders. Ambulance supper is this Friday. Opportunity for the community to support the crew that service and volunteerism there. We've been invited to the Sheldon's 20th Annual Mayor's National Day of Prayer. National Day of Prayer is Thursday, May the 4th at 6:15 at the Living Waters Community Church in Sheldon, if you wish to go to that. Last evening at the City Chambers at the Community Center, they had an opportunity for young children and their parents to be a part of an evening. We made a proclamation proclaiming the Week of the Young Child and the importance of our communities to support Kittyland Preschool and Child Development, West Sioux Preschool, We Care, the West Sioux Daycare, and the Kids of the Kingdom. So, proclamation is in the office if you wish to see that. Also received from information that from Joy Popama. She is the Wellness Coordinator for Sioux County. Currently, Sioux County is rated number 1 in all of the 99 counties in Iowa for health outcomes and 3rd in the state for health factors. So if those people have employees and wish to make their workspace more healthy, Joy Popama from the Sioux County Auditor's Office is the Wellness Coordinator. Administrative Professionals Day today, so we thank all of those that work in our offices here at the City of Hawarden. They do a fine job for us. The Hawarden Regional Healthcare Hospital Auxiliary Luncheon next Thursday. Again, an opportunity for the community to support those folks that volunteer their time in that regard. At a ribbon cutting this week, a number of you were present for Jessica Dale, the Hawarden Family Chiropractic. We wish for her success with that. It's been 1 year that the Youth for Christ has been open, so their open house is this Sunday from 2:30 to 4, an opportunity again to support that programming. And lastly, a number of our West Sioux students qualified for State Special Olympics, and we congratulate them for their efforts with that. Any comments from the City Council members this evening? Hearing none, then we'll move to staff reports. We'll start with Mike, please.
Nothing to report tonight.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Pickner, anything from you?
Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. Pam?
No.
Okay, Tom?
We still have our power outage scheduled for May 13th with an alternate date, weather delay date of May 20th, and there are postcards in front of you that we will be sending out to everyone in the community. Citywide Cleanup is May 12, 13, and 14. And this last week on Friday, the elementary school, the school was celebrating Earth Day, and I just want to thank Sunday Ford, the West Sioux elementary teachers, staff, and students for taking part in that. They had many activities which included cleaning up the woods and pond area just west of the tree and grass disposal site. They picked up 29 tires and rims and a loader bucket full of miscellaneous garbage. And I was quite surprised when I saw the pile down there, but it was a job well done. Just want to say thank you to them. That's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Gary?
I just wanted to bring the council's attention to an intersection. I've got some pictures. We've had some, this is the intersection at 13th and N, and if you notice the huge evergreen trees, I have several pictures here, and this is looking south on, that'd be on Avenue N. You see the evergreens are kind of blocking the view. There are, and there's also, this is looking down 13th Street West, and to the right there's a huge hill coming up that intersection as well. The reason I'm showing the pictures tonight is that we've had several requests from school administration and from some local citizens. There's been a couple accidents there, one just in the last week or so, and have requested a stop signs at that intersection, and I wanted you guys to have an opportunity to maybe drive at that intersection through in the next few weeks, and we'll be on the agenda for the May, whatever date that is, May 10th or May the next meeting in May. Anyway, to have that discussion, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to look at it. I know, again, there's a stop sign at 12th, there's a stop sign at 14th, but that's really a blind intersection, and it is a horrible intersection. There's a lot of kids that walk 13th Street from school, and and we've had numerous requests. Also, we've had a request for a children at play sign in that same area, so if the stop sign would probably resolve that as well. So, and that's a decision that the council has to make, so I wanted you to have the opportunity to maybe drive up there and look at it, but it'd be 13th and N. The evergreen trees are there, and obviously they obstruct vision, but we've allowed them to be there for the last 30 years. We allowed them to plant them where they're at. We allowed them to be there, and the other option might be to take some evergreen trees out. That doesn't resolve the hill coming from the north, but which is also not very suitable as well. But if you get a chance to drive up and take a look at that intersection, I'd appreciate it, and then we'll have it on the agenda for the next council meeting in May. Give you a little heads up. And that's all I have. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Gary. Any questions for staff from council before we move on? As we get into other agenda items, we need to make an addendum to the agenda with Resolution 2017-12. It has been published, and within the resolution talks about the public hearing, but we need to make an addendum to our agenda to put the public hearing prior to the resolution 2017-12. Is there a motion for that addendum to the agenda?
So moved.
Moved by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Tim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
No.
That addendum to the agenda passes 4-1. We'll move then to other agenda items. Number 3, hospital update, please, by Jason Pullman.
Thank you very much. Construction continues to happen on the inside and out. We got some of the landscape, some of the dirt filled in, and some of the sidewalks poured. They'll be starting on the landscaping here soon. It seems like this project is nearing the end, but it seems like it's going slower. But we're planning to keep extending the months, and so it's ultimately we plan to be done by the end of May, second week in June, with everything. We're having some challenges getting the sheetrock up on the remodel, but they assured me that would be done by next week Wednesday, and then the painters will come, and then flooring, and then we're almost done. All the wiring is pretty much done. So Coming along, our wayward signs, our lit signs are been ordered for the campus, and so those will be here at probably 4 weeks. And so all the roof's done, and we're planning closeout, so that's kind of an interesting process to plan the closeout for the building project and getting all the things that we need done for that. We're going to have civil engineers out to take a look at some of the workmanship that was done to make sure that that punches out correctly, and then we'll go through a series of punch lists internally and externally, and then those will have to be satisfied before the retainage is released. And so there's a little bit of a process that we have to go through that, but it's coming along nicely. Jason Steinke's last day is today from the Samuels Group. He will be replaced by Eric, another person that had been on the job, so he's familiar with the project. And then Mike McQuillan, also from Samuels, has left the company. So there's those two individuals have left the company of Samuels. And so we're trying to get them up to speed about where things are at, and so hopefully get this thing wrapped up here shortly. Other than that, hopefully we'll be planting grass soon and having a ribbon cutting and open house for the expansion and the whole complete project. So, any questions?
The trailers, are they going to be there the whole time to the end? Or-
They should be starting to clear those trailers out soon. They did take the fence down around the trailers, so they're making sure that all their material is locked up because of, we don't want kids running into it. But again, I would say the trailers will be out in a month, and hopefully get that street back open, because that'll be a nice addition. Nice to have that back again. So, yeah.
Any other questions for Jason? Good. Thanks again for the update. Appreciate
Thank
it
you.
very much.
Yep.
Move to agenda item number 4. At this point,
Wouldn't it be, you're right, 4. We're going to renumber the next one to 5? We're going to hold the hearing, right?
yes, sir.
So, how about we number that item 3A?
Okay. Thank you, Jim. 3A would be the public hearing in regards to vacating the alley and authorizing the final disposition of real estate. I will open this public hearing at this point. Anyone who wish to comment in regards to vacating the alley, selling the real estate? Any comments that have come into the city offices?
No, I did have one individual that came in and visited with me about it, but was fine with it. Just wanted to clarify where it was at, so.
Okay. Anyone else wish to comment in public hearing? Hearing no comments, then we'll close the public hearing, which moves us then to agenda item number 4, Resolution 2017-12, vacating that alley and authorizing the final disposition of the real estate.
So moved.
Motion by Monty. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Payne. Having a motion and a second, I call for a roll call vote, please. Resolution 2017-12.
Feldhacker.
Aye.
Harvey.
Yep.
Allen.
Aye.
Olson.
Aye.
Kurth.
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, Resolution 2017-12 passes. Agenda item number 5 is an oath of office for a new library board member, Laura Cervantes. She'll be taking the place of Terry Carlson, who has served on the board for a number of years. We thank Terry for her service, and Laura will be finishing out the term through June.
So she'll be back to see us in June again, so.
Laura, we'd ask that you raise a hand and do the oath of office, please.
I, Laura Cervantes, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Iowa, and I will faithfully and impartially, to the best of my ability, discharge all the duties of library board to the city of Hayward and is as now or hereafter required by law.
Thank you very much. I'm sure Lori and all of those on the library board will acclimate you very quickly. You can come over here and put your signature, and then Gary will sign.
And I'll
this.
sign it as well. I'll have you sign both of them, and I'll give you one too, okay? I'll sign There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just don't clean up a lot on your own. I'm already cleaning up 7.
As we move to agenda item number 6, which is a resolution 2013 authorizing and approving a loan agreement providing for the issuance of $360,000 taxable hospital revenue promissory note for the Hayward Regional Healthcare Project. Let Gary give us an overview of that, please.
Sure. Again, the hospital has always intended on receiving this $360,000 loan from the REC as part of the overall financing for the hospital project. It was specifically, it has to be a specific item when you deal with the revolving, this called a Red Leg program, which is a Rural Economic Development Loan and Grant Program. We didn't have to have a public hearing because we are not borrowing new money. We're just borrowing the money at 0% interest to replace money that's already been borrowed, that you've already authorized to borrow, that's already been borrowed. So we're not borrowing new funds. It's just replacing money that's been borrowed at an interest rate. This is 0% money, so it actually saves the hospital some funds. I don't know if you have any questions about that. Again, if it were new money, we would have had to have a public hearing and gone through the whole process. But because it's just a replacement of existing debt, that we aren't authorizing the borrowing of any new money. It's just decreasing the interest cost to the hospital project.
So moved.
Been a motion by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Payne. Questions or clarifications? Our thanks to REC for allowing that to go through. Call for a roll call vote, please, for Resolution 2017-13.
Olson,
Aye.
Kurth,
Right.
Harvey,
Yep.
Feldhacker,
Right.
Allen.
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, Resolution 2017-13 passes. Last agenda item for this evening is a consent agenda, a liquor license transfer from Sportsman's to Hayward Community Center, May the 13th. Is there a motion for that approval?
So moved.
Moved by Payne. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by John. All in favor of the consent agenda, say aye.
Right.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes 5-0.
have to vote on consent.
Our thanks to the government class from West Sioux for being with us this evening. Our next regular stated meeting will be Wednesday, May the 10th. I'd entertain a motion for adjournment.
So,
Moved by Tim. Is there a second?
second.
Seconded by John. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you for your attendance. City Council is adjourned.